So a little bit about suitability and why we're doing this project, because at the moment we've used skills that we already have, which is why I haven't shown you all of them in repeat and repeat and repeat. Sometimes when we're creating things for other people to use, suitability is a key word. We're looking at making sure that whatever I put on this calculator is suitable for my chosen audience, which was primary school pupils. So let's take a look just at what I mean with the reset button. I think we need to consider how we're looking at those young people. Do I just want to refer to it as R for reset? Or do I want to write the whole word? We looked when we were doing part of our design at the colour of the button. Should I change the colour of the button based on what it's trying to do? So in this case, reset isn't one of the numbers. So should I change the fill colour to be something more suitable for a reset, clearing the screen? Those are key considerations. So when you're making the operations buttons, the plus, the minus, the times, the divide, and if you're going for an adult or a secondary school teacher, think about square rooting or squaring. Are you going to use words or are you going to use the symbols? Are you going to use both? Are you going to colour coordinate? Are you going to group the buttons together? These are all choices that you're going to have to make for your calculator. Now, before we go too far into it, also going to show you a little bit about why we're doing this one and how this extends our previous project. Because we're going to look first at this reset button. And what we've done every single time for our fish game, not our fish game, for our Pac-Man game when we started it out. We used this when green flag is clicked. We used it for near enough everything. So everything that happened within our previous game, when we pressed the green flag, it triggered everything. But on this one, on this project, we've got a button like reset that needs to trigger the same thing. So we're going to use things called messages. We're going to broadcast messages across so that when the green flag is clicked, I want everything to start. I'm using lower cases for this one because it's not going to be seen anywhere else and I'm going to be typing it a little bit, or at least selecting it a little bit. So it makes life easier for me. So when green flag is clicked, it's going to start. When the reset button is pressed, when this sprite is clicked, I'm also going to want to broadcast the message to start. Now the reason I want it to happen is that any time now I receive the message start, the entire calculator is going to reset. The entire script is going to start all over again from the beginning. So instead of using this one, when green flag is clicked, I'm going to start using when I receive the message start. This gives me the opportunity of when I have an equal sign, when I receive equals, it's going to start doing the maths. When I receive a 1, what's it going to do? When I receive a plus, what's it going to do? These are going to be our triggers. Our messages are kind of like our events that determine whether or not something's going to change elsewhere in our program. It could happen on the background. It could happen on any of the sprites. It could happen when we change some variables because we're definitely going to need some of them. Instead of when green flag clicked every time, it's going to end up being when I receive start. Let's take a look at how that's going to work in the next video. But make sure you've got a reset button.